Hi guys, and welcome back to another chit-chat video. I was just busy with my work right now. It's about 7 minutes to 1 a.m. so I was just working and I was thinking about how easy business might look sometimes, especially if you're starting out. So a lot of people think that business is easy, but there's some ugly truth. There's some ugly truth to the business that a lot of people do not know about. So I have a few points that I want to share with you. I don't mean to scare you guys, but it's just something that we need to talk about, so that, because in my case I didn't have anyone to guide me or to tell me what goes in with business. So from my little experience that I have, I'm like, let me share with the next person out there who may want to start a business. Yeah, let's get into the video. Okay, so this is the dress that we have on. So I'm just busy fixing this thing. I need to attach it because wow, okay, I'm almost there. This is how it looks. So I have to attach it to the dress and make it look fancy for those rich and vibes. I have to do it manually. So this is what it takes, guys. For a small business owner, if you don't have, one thing about this dress is it has belts inside. I'll show you once it's done. It has belts inside. I'll show you once it's done, or you can go check it out on my business page where I'm doing my seamstress, and that is Stitched by Mwaka on Instagram. So you can wear it it can snatch you like the way it is right now, or you can loosen out the belts. There are belts inside. So if you're pregnant or if you're big and you don't want it loose on your body, you can literally just take off the belts and then you're good to go. But if you want it snatched in front but then at the back still big, then you can also have it. So let's talk now. Disclaimer: whatever I'm going to say is not to scare you, is not to make you feel bad, but it's just to help you have a mindset, know what you're getting yourself into. So this will help you to sharpen your mindset, know what to expect. So whatever I'm going to say is going to apply generally to business, whatever business that you may think of starting, whether it's consultants, whether whatever kind of business it is. Okay, I wish someone had told me how this whole thing works. So from my little experience of my past 3 years, yeah, 2 to 3 years. So I think for now I'll take a break before I move on to the other side. There are a few things that I wanted to mention to you guys. Let's just talk about the ugly side of starting a business. Sometimes we have visions, you have a dream of how you want your business to be, which direction it will take, how it should take off, who are your customers, where are they, who are your competitors. You might have even have startup capital, you might have been organized, but there's also things that comes with the business, mostly the mental side, the mental and emotion aspect of the business. So, and the first thing is, nobody is coming to motivate you, nobody is coming to inspire you, no one is telling you get up, go and start working on your dream, even after quitting, or even after failing, or even after disappointments. So nobody is going to come and say, hey Mwaka, get up, let's go and try again. So this is on you and on you alone. So that is just business, that's how it is. So if you're getting into business, please try to have a mindset like you're your own motivation, you're your own inspiration, you're your own everything. Nobody's coming to give you direction. I like thinking of business like this. If you've gone for job interviews, or if you're looking for jobs, how many times do you go for interviews? You go, they never call you, or they call you and they tell you they can't take you, but still, do you give up? No. You take your CV, you take your qualifications, you take whatever, you still apply to more jobs, you go for more interviews, So that is just basically how business is. So I have also had about 2-3 businesses before in the last 2 to 3 years, 2-3 years, and that is how I've learned. Like, this is just personal experience. So even this business or this Stitched by Mwaka is just something that I just got inspiration. I was like, no, let me try this. I've tried before and I've given up, so let me just try again. So you'll never know which one is going to, you know, come out. But you just shouldn't come with a lot of expectations, you know, thinking that a lot of your friends, your families, everybody's going to, you know, support you. You go on Instagram, you're going to advertise to the entire country. About 1,000 people will see your product, and all of them will buy your product. No, sweetie, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it takes time, and if you don't have patience, it means you're going to be frustrated, you're going to be disappointed, you're going to throw everything away. But you must understand, you are the one with a bigger vision. You are the one who knows where this business is going, how big you want it, how bad you want it. So all these things must not discourage you. So that is what business is about. So make sure that you're your own backup plan. It doesn't matter how or when, you are your own backup. The second point I want to share with you is, generally business is hard. So there are a few points that you may think that the business is depriving you from a lot of things. You know, you may feel that it's depriving you from your personal life, it's depriving you from, you know, entertainment, because the whole time now you're stressing about a whole lot of things about the business. You're losing out friends because the whole, like, literally this is like 1:30 right now, of 1 a.m. but I'm seated here with you guys, making this dress, making sure that it has to finish hopefully tonight if I don't sleep after this. So if I sleep at 2, it means that I will sleep in. So I'll wake up probably around 10, 9, 11, 12, whichever, depending on the time that I'll sleep. And that's when you have a friend who just want to call, to hang, to talk about something, you know. And then when they call you, you're sleeping, and obviously you don't want to be disturbed after this hard work, because this needs concentration. Even if it was not this, if you're doing consultation, you need to write down your strategies, you need to think about your strategies and all that, and that will take you the whole night. Literally, you don't sleep. You don't sleep the entire time. So friends will not understand you. They're calling you, you're not there for them. They'll be like, no, you know what, I'm cutting out on my friends. Well, they're not there when you need them, and wah and all that. People will not understand, especially those that are not business oriented. I have friends like that don't really know what business is all about, that don't believe in business, they believe in jobs. But somewhat, I believe more in business than in job, because of the freedom that comes with being self-employed. As much as it's hard and all, having you are your own boss. You control time, or you make time for whatever you want to, you know, unlike being bound to a certain period of time. With this, you are flexible, you can do whatever that you want. That's one thing I love about business. My time is very important. So just take business one day at a time. Like I said earlier, it's also hard in a way that there's a lot of learning that has to happen. There are a lot of relearning. So these are all things that you need to be prepared for. By a lot of learning, I mean pricing, for example. It's something that is very difficult to give to clients. And when you have the right price, you have people that will come for you and to want to negotiate your price down. But you know, on that price, that is what is supposed to be. Because there are a lot of things that customers or clients don't get to see that runs behind the scene. For example, for me to make this dress, I had to go and buy material. So that is my money to buy the material, that is my fuel, that's my transport to go and come back. I went on and bought this accessory. It might be a different shop, so they might be far apart from each other, that is taxi moving up and down. You get home, I'm using a thread right now to put this thing in. Okay, the thread needs to be bought, and just the time for me to be here and do this whole thing, it's another thing. The electricity that I'm using right now to see, or even if it's at night, to make the dress, to join the dress, to cut and all that, it's time and effort. So it's all those little things that you do not even think of, that clients or customers don't even think of. And I'm one of those. I'm so guilty. Until I started doing business, then I understood. I was those people that will go back home and say, you know what, I negotiated that person down because, you know, I can't pay the whole amount, I need to also to save and what. But it's so wrong, because you're really robbing that person of their sweat. It's bad. It's bad. I think I need a video. I think I need to make a video for our customers and clients to understand what actually happens, because it's a whole situation full of emotions, full of drama, full of anxiety. It's a whole lot. So clients must just try to understand us. So in a way of unlearning, I mean, like these things that you need to unlearn. Like, still on the pricing, you just thought that pricing is about the material that you bought, and you forget about these other things. So you need to unlearn that truth or that myth. You need to unlearn it, because it's not true. You need to learn new things. You need to learn skills. You need to go for courses if you have to. You need to upgrade yourself. So you need to learn a lot of things, how to use a certain machine, how to use certain softwares, how to use certain things. Because now really in this business world, we are talking about a digital world. It's not about, you know, I'm at shop number 5, you put flyers everywhere on poles and everything around town. We move on to the digital world, which is Instagram, Facebook, whatever. So now you need to learn how to use Facebook, you need to learn how to use Instagram, you need to learn how to advertise there, you need to learn how to communicate with people and all that, especially if you're not a young person. We all know the old people, they just prefer being at the shop. But now, because we also want to cut on rent, then we decide to work from home, then we decide to make online shops. So that is all those things that you have to learn about, relearn. So we are learning and relearning. That is business for you. Another point that I want to share with you is you are allowed to rest. If you feel you are exhausted, you are allowed to rest. Don't quit, don't completely stop, but reset, refocus, and restart. What this whole circle is just like what I've done. I've done other businesses before in the past. I've stopped and I just reset myself, like, okay, what is the other way to go? Then I got another route. So from there, right now I'm not picking from the beginning. What I'm doing now is just to learn this skill, how to do this the right way. But as for the business side of it, I know how it works. I know how to work with clients now. So it's just to reset and recollect my thoughts, then I continue working. So you are allowed to take a break, because your mental health matters. So don't be forced or pushed or made to believe that you don't have to, because you love business, you don't have to stop. You need to stop at some point. If you need to take a break, go and take a break, because it's needed. Once you take a break, it will be easier for you to go and get new ideas. You'll be inspired. When you look outside now, you start seeing inspiration, because right now, when you are overworking, when you are overexhausted, you don't even sleep. You don't get new ideas, you don't get inspiration, you don't see anything anyway. So the creativity also dies. So if you need to take a break, please go ahead and take a break. And also that means that you're allowed to mess up. So if you make a mistake today, don't kill yourself, because that mistake will help you in the future. It just adds to your experience, because now when you come back, you're not starting from ground zero. You are starting on you're starting on level 5, you know. You're not starting at level 0 like someone who's just starting from the beginning. Now you have the experience. There are a lot of things that you're going to jump from level 0 to level 5 that you know. So don't quit, keep working. Another thing, like I mentioned earlier, I said sometimes you might have money and you think that money will solve your problems in your business. But the truth, honey, is you might have money to do your marketing, to buy your stationery or whatever equipment that you're gonna use and all that, but sometimes that is not enough, especially if you are not sure of your niche, because without a niche, if you don't know who you're going to sell to, it's going to be very difficult to know or to sell your products. So you're going to lose a lot of money. It could be a lot of money, because now you buy extra stuff that you may not even need, or sometimes that you may need, but because people are not responsive, then you decide to stop or throw other things away. In my case, I have a lot of when I was still doing the food business, up there is still things that I was using. My stickers are still up there. Those are things that I paid for to brand my business, the food business. A whole lot of stickers. I got the sticker or logo made, I got flyers, I got stickers, but stickers are still there. So that was money wasted that I could have used on something else. So it's not wrong to go through all these things, because at the end of the day it's just a learning process, so you get to learn. So don't feel that you are the only one who is going through whatever that you're going through, but just know that we all go through that. But be prepared when you're starting your business. Be prepared because it's going to affect you mentally and emotionally. Just be ready. Business is hard, but you are harder. I don't know if that makes sense. So yeah guys, basically in short, that's just what I wanted to share with you. Like, business, it's not what we think it is. It's not as simple as we think that it is. Like, just because you see someone is just sitting there selling tomatoes, you just think like, no, it's an easy thing. Those people, they go through a lot. They have losses. Sometimes the tomatoes don't sell. Customers don't want to buy those tomatoes because they've been in the sun for a long time, and they have to deal with that loss. How do they get more stock? How do they restock? How do they transport the stock from one place to another? How do they get new clients or new customers? They have to move from one place to another to reach out new clients. So basically, business, it's less of a money problem, but more of a mental problem, because it will make you think, guys. One in the night, you just wake up and start thinking, what am I gonna do tomorrow? Where do I start? It drains you. So you need to take care of yourself mentally. That's why I mentioned that you have to take breaks. So take those breaks if needed. Take those breaks. Go for vacations. Go and clear out your mind to get inspiration, so that you can come and do more for your business. So let me continue with my dress, guys. I've given you 20 minutes of my time, so let me continue with my dress.